Hello interwebs, welcome to Let's Fix Computers. We're coming at you live, well we're not live, we're coming at you recorded from NetPlay's N Series LAN event because they've got my camera rig and I can't do it at my shop. I've got an Acer Aspire 5741 here, which is busted up. We've got a missing power jack, that's been ripped out completely, and the hinge assembly is all broken up here, so it's literally coming apart at the seams. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace the entire bottom half of this laptop to get that all fixed up, and we should get a very battered laptop into tip-top shape. So we're going to get started just by stripping this thing down to the base, and then we can swap that out and we'll see how we get on. Okay, we're missing quite a few screws out the bottom of this thing. It's been pretty beaten up. I think it's been taken apart a couple of times before as well. I don't have all my spares with me, but we should be able to do enough to get this thing into workable condition. I mean, as you can see, there's bits literally falling out of it here now, taking the screws out. It's being held together with hopes and dreams, I think. Oh blimey, it can't even support the weight of the screen anymore. So as you can see at this point, the screen has actually broken the screw mounts out from the bottom case, which is why we've got to replace this whole bottom half of the laptop. Oh, I know what this is. The wireless card needs to come out the bottom. Right, there's our motherboard out. Put that to one side. Okay, and now we've got to make sure we strip out every fitting here that we need. This is being replaced, so that can stay. And I think everything else is fitted. I'm just going to check if my new bottom cover has the battery clip in it, which it does. Right, so we're done with this. And here is our replacement one, which as you can see looks identical. Right, these antenna cables are a problem because I'm not actually entirely sure how they were routed through the bottom of the laptop. Most of the time there's some kind of visible channel, however there isn't on these. I can see these posts on occasion. These will be channels for cables to go down, but I can't work out exactly how that was done. It might be something like that. I'm making that up, but it looks appropriate. Alright, I think we'll go with that. Now we'll just remove the fragments from the old display hinge. Oh. Right, here is our replacement DC cable, which is going to go in like that, I think. Whoops. Or the other way up, maybe? Does that look right? Yeah, that's lining up. That's going to sit in somewhere around there. Right, I think we're about ready to put the display assembly back on. Does that look right? Nope. This power cable isn't quite sitting right. I'm not happy with that. I need to make sure it's clearing these screw threads down here, which is a bit awkward. Let's try that. I think that'll do it. There we go. Something's not sitting right. There it is. If you're ever fitting a motherboard and you can't get it to sit right, check the audio connectors. It's always those that block it. Right, need to do some rearranging. This big gap here is where the speaker's supposed to go. Oh, these cables still aren't right. There we go. Oh!
Oh shit, I just remembered.
Wow!
I completely forgot, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It's a feature now. Yeah, that's the thing, because I've been talking an edit, I don't quite too much about it. I do talking things, but things like I'm doing my screws and things like that, I don't want to I just want to do it. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my kingdom for a pair of tweezers. I should have brought mine with me.
Yes, Oh, I see. Okay. Spoon?
No. I'm being offered a spoon. Oh, there we go. It's got. My space is being usurped. There are people who are supposed to sit where I am right now.
It's me.
It's too late, but thank you.
We're going to be there, by the way.
Yeah.
I guess you're
Hey,
here.
cool.
Hey,
Yeah,
Oz.
you are. Don't even need you.
Oh dear. This thing is missing some of its threads from the top cover as well. In a perfect world we could have replaced that, but we're starting to get a bit beyond the reach of the laptop. However, I think there's enough screws that still work to hold the damn thing together. That screw hole is goosed as well. Okay, so now we just need to do a quick comparison for the last couple of bits and bobs on the bottom of this laptop. So we've got a cover here where the optional Bluetooth goes, and then after that there aren't really any other things we need to transfer across. I could transfer over all these labels, but I'm not going to bother, to be honest. They're simply just serial numbers, or they're, like for example, the Windows product key, that's rubbed off anyway, so we're not going to bother with that. So we'll put that to one side. We'll just stick that cover off there. And then we just need to put the hard drive cover back on. I need to put in all these poxy little screws as well. Right, got an issue with the laptop. There we go. And there it is. That is one laptop. As you can see, we now have a workable... Oh, we just need to click those edges back together. That's not quite in properly. There we go, that's more like it. There we go, so as you can see, we now have a working charger port that we can actually plug stuff into, and the screen opens and shuts without tearing the laptop to pieces. The whole thing needs a good clean, but once it's had a good clean it will look an awful lot better than it does at the moment. I'll get rid of all these stains on the top cover, and then this laptop will look A-class again. So, thank you very much for watching, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.